Good morning, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another edition of Favorite Bands A to Z, the show we're doing each and every day throughout the month of July. Going from the letter A, going to Z. Each day I'm going to pick my favorite band or artist that starts with that letter. Remember, it's the first name of the band, or the first letter of the first word in the band name. If it's an artist, first letter of their last name. I'm going to pick my favorite album by that band or artist. I'm also going to do the same with a runner-up, so you're going to get 2 picks each day. I've had a few people ask if I'm going to be doing a separate series for bands that start with numbers. I haven't planned on it. Maybe at some point, but for right now, that's not in the works. Do want to thank the guys from Driver who sent me this cool-ass t-shirt, right? Gotta love that. Thank you, dudes. Appreciate it. Very cool band. If you haven't checked out the new self-titled album, please do so. Really cool heavy metal, hard rock album. The band is called Driver. So today we have arrived in T. Letter T. I think for me, I always knew who the 2 bands were going to be. Wasn't that close. A lot of other good kind of bands that were in consideration, but I think it was always down to these 2. And then I was like, wow, which one is my favorite of the 2? And I think I had that pretty clear. Others in consideration, of course. Well, we'll get to that in a second. But my number 1, it just came down to which one of these 2 I've been listening to longer. And one clearly means a little bit more to me from a guitarist perspective. Had to be Robin Trower, T for Trower. I have been a Trower fan long time, and just love his guitar playing, love most of his albums, especially the old classics with Jimmy Dewar on bass and vocals. I mean, the original kind of trio, the classic trio, still the best for me. It's interesting that I have this BGO Records 2-on-1, because these 2 are clearly my favorite albums from him. My favorite live album, my favorite studio album. So For Earth Below is my favorite studio album. Robin Trower Live is my favorite live album. So this to me is like no disrespect to Bridge of Sighs. I love that too. That's probably for studio albums. That's easily my number 2 favorite. But man, it's always been about For Earth Below. And the live album is just absolutely incredible. That was actually the first album I ever bought from Robin Trower. And I was completely hooked right from the get-go. Something about bluesy hard rock and wah-wah pedal, man, and that voice just kills me every time. But anyway, Shame the Devil, It's Only Money, Confessing Midnight. There's just some awesome, real guitar-y funk blues rock on this album. Just killer. Fine Day, Alethea, Tale Untold, some good psychedelia on here as well. And of course, the amazing Gonna Be More Suspicious, the title track, For Earth Below, just great stuff. I love his guitar tone on this particular album. Like I said, Fender, Stratocaster, wah-wah, and Octavia or Phaser or whatever, or Univibe. Do you want a blank here? I got one right over there. Channel Through a Marshall, man. Just something about it, just so good. So yeah, Robin Trower is my number 1. Number 2, it could have been my number 1. I think I have a little bit more history with Trower, and when it came to these 2, I was like, well, which of these artist bands do I reach for a little bit more often? However, it's pretty close. Thin Lizzy, gonna go with a little Johnny the Fox for today as my favorite album. I often fluctuate between Jailbreak, Johnny the Fox, or Fighting. 3 tremendous albums from this band. Bad Reputation's another great one. Black Rose, Thunder and Lightning. I mean, just all such classic albums. Johnny the Fox, though, man. It's got Johnny. It's got Rocky Borderline. I love that. Don't Believe a Word. Fool's Gold, tremendous. Johnny the Fox means Jimmy the Weed. I mean, some really good, funky twin guitar attack going on this album. Old Flame Massacre, Sweet Marie, and of course Boogie Woogie Dance. Just some great riffs. Brian Robertson, Scott Gorham, amazing. Phil Lynott, amazing. Brian Downey, man, just killer lineup. The classic Thin Lizzy lineup. Just tremendous stuff here. And Thin Lizzy is my runner-up. Pretty close, though. All right, Robin Trower, Thin Lizzy, you can't go wrong with T. Others in consideration, Toto, Pat Travers, Testament. God, who else? Trouble. Who am I forgetting here? 10 Years After. How about the band 10? Love 10. A lot of good T's. I mean, it's like the Tubes. So many good bands that start. Trapeze, for crying out loud. A lot of really great bands. But, when it comes down to it, it was always going to be about these two. Always going to be. So, there you have it. T. T for Sunday. Too bad it wasn't Tuesday. The T for Tuesday would be perfect. But anyway, coming up, obviously, You is on tap for tomorrow. Think you guys know who I'm going to pick for you? Bet you do. I bet you do for you. In the comments below, please pick your favorite band or artist for the letter T, and your favorite album, and then your runner-up and favorite album. So thanks for watching, everybody. Visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. Of course, we're here on YouTube all the damn time. Make sure, if you haven't seen them, we posted 2 great videos yesterday. 2 cool ranking the album shows. One for UK prog act Frost, and another for Polish progressive metal / progressive rock titans Riverside. Doesn't seem like a ton of people have watched those. It's the weekend, guys. Hopefully you got some time. Please do make an attempt to watch both of those shows that I did with Stephen Reed. They were a lot of fun to do. A lot of extra listening went into both of those, so I think you guys will really dig those 2 programs. So please make sure you go on over here, either right on our main video page or go into our playlist and check out both of those. I appreciate it. Visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. Of course, we're here on YouTube all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't. Click on that notification bell if you want to make a channel donation. There is the link to our Ko-Fi page below, as well as the link to our merch page. We've got all sorts of new Sea of Tranquility merch, all sorts of new shirts, slogan, catchphrases, all that stuff. We've got Monsters Den shirts. We've got Hudson Valley Square shirts. We've got various SOT shirts. We've got shirts and mugs for my other channel, Comic Book Geezer. So all that cool stuff is below, as well as the link to seatranquility.org, our webzine, which has now been on the internet for 20 years this year. So thanks for watching. Coming up, upcoming programming, Hudson Valley Squares tomorrow night. We're going to take a look at our favorite albums from 1977. Jam-packed show with most of the squares intact, along with Jim Bocci, Mike Portnoy, and Martin Popoff. So you do not want to miss this episode, all about our favorite albums of 1977. We've got In the Prog Seat coming up on Tuesday, where we're going to be talking about the first prog albums we ever bought, that we ever added to our collection. All right, so that's Team B, along with special guest Neve, the prog nerd. She's coming back on the show once again. Wednesday is What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility Day, New Product Review Day. Thursday, The Monsters Den. Chris Allo and I will be ranking our top 5 favorite films from director Stuart Gordon, of course, of Reanimator and From Beyond fame. And then Friday morning at the Funhouse, Martin Popoff is back in the house once again, and he and I are going to rank the albums of King's X. You do not want to miss any of this programming this week. This is a really important week here at the channel. All sorts of top-notch programming happening, so do not miss any of it. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you then. Take care. Bye-bye.